Welcome to YouTube channel. Myself, Dr. E. Komraya, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Sri Rajarajeshwara Government Arts and Science College, Kareemnagar, Telangana, India. Today I am going to discuss about the topic in linear algebra, it is QR factorization of a matrix. If any matrix of any order m by n is given, we factorize it into an product of an orthonormal matrix and an upper triangular matrix. Q is an orthogonal matrix and R is an upper triangular matrix. The columns of Q are orthonormal vectors. Now the QR factorization theorem tells us A is any matrix of m by n with linearly independent columns. Then A can be factorized as A equals to QR, where Q is the m by n matrix whose columns are orthonormal basis for columns of A, column A, and R is an upper triangular invertible matrix with positive entries in its diagonal. So diagonal elements are all your positives. They are never zero. If they are zero, it is not invertible matrix, singular matrix. That's why every matrix of order m by n can be factorized as Q into R, where Q is the orthogonal matrix and R is the non-singular upper triangular matrix. Now, how we can find this orthogonal matrix and upper triangular matrix? The upper triangular orthogonal matrix is determined by using the Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process. That means A1, A2, An are linearly independent vectors. They are basis for a columns of A, column A. They form a basis of column A. Now we construct the orthonormal basis for the column A by using Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process. Now we can form a matrix Q with these orthonormal vectors. U1, U2, U3 are orthonormal vectors which are orthonormal basis for columns of A. Then Q becomes an orthogonal matrix. That means Q transpose Q equals to I. And R is an upper triangular matrix whose diagonal entries are all positive. Now you can be determined by the using Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process. Now what is the process for finding R? R is equals to an upper triangular matrix. The entries are R11, R12, R1n 0, R22, R2n to so on, Rnn. Each Rij is given by Ei transpose. Ei means here Ui. Think that it is orthogonal vector, that is Ui transpose into Aj. It is nothing but the entry in the matrix R is given by Ei transpose into Aj. And each R11, R22, Rnn, all these are positives and they are non-zeros. Positives means they are non-zeros. They are not negatives, only positives. It is an invertible matrix now. Here Eij is the orthonormal after normalizing the vectors. Orthonormal vectors of basis of column A. This is the R we can construct, or otherwise we can construct R as, after constructing the Q by finding the orthogonal vectors by using the Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process. Q will becomes orthonormal vectors E1, E2, En, and A equals to QR implies Q is an orthogonal matrix, that's why Q transpose Q is an identity matrix. Now pre-multiplying both sides by Q transpose, it will become, after getting Q transpose A equals to Q transpose Q to I, that's why it is equals to R. We can construct R like this also. Irrespective of that formula EI transpose into AJ, we can also construct R as A equals to QR. After getting Q, we can construct R by taking Q transpose A equals to R. Using this formula also, we can calculate upper triangular matrix R by taking Q transpose A. Otherwise, we can use this formula. Rij, the entry in the place of Rij is given by EI transpose into AJ. Any one formula we can apply. Now we can take one example. A equals to 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1. This is first column is A1, second column is A2, and third column is A3. Let us suppose V1, V2, V3 be an orthogonal basis for the column A. Then V1 equals to, the first orthogonal vector is nothing but A1, that is 1 1 1 1, and V2 is given by A2 minus A2 dot V1 by V1 dot V1 into V1. What is A2 dot V1? A2 is 0 1 1 1 dot V1 and V1 nothing but A1. It becomes 3. It becomes 3 0 1 1 1. That's why it is 3 A dot B. And V1 dot V1 is 1 1 1 1 1 1 dot 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 4, that is minus 3 by 4 into V1. Then V2 is given by 0 1 1 1 minus 3 by 4, sorry, okay, 3 by 4 into 1 1 1 1. This is 0 minus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4, 1 by 4 is outside of the matrix, and 1 minus 3 by 4, that is 1 by 4, all are 1 minus 3 by 4, so all 1 by 4, so 1 by 4 comes out of the matrix. That's why the second orthogonal vector is minus 3 1 1 1. This is the second orthogonal vector. This is perpendicular to the V1. What is the V1? This is nothing but V1. Sorry. This is nothing but V1. Immediately we have to check this is correct or not. These two are perpendicular. V1, V2 are perpendicular. Minus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Dot product of these two will become 0. Not this one, V3, V2 only, this portion only. 1 1 1 1 is the V1. This is V2. 1 by 4 is common. Minus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Minus 3 plus 3 will be 0. That's why V2 is correct one. Minus 3. Instead of taking this 1 by 4, we can take V2 as, by omitting this 1 by 4, we can take simply it is minus 3 1 1 1. Still it is perpendicular to V1. What is V1? V1 is 1 1 1 1. These two are perpendicular. That's why we may omit this 1 by 4 for seeing easy calculations. If we consider 1 by 4, it will be some more difficult to find the further V3, further steps. It is very difficult. That's why we omit that 1 by 4. Then it will be very easy and simpler form. Now the V2 is given by minus 3 1 1 1 and V1 is given by 1 1 1 1. Two orthogonal vectors we have now. Now we can go for third orthogonal vector. V3 is equals to, now V3 is equals to A3 minus A3 dot V1 by V1 dot V1 into V1 minus A3 dot V2 by V2 dot V2 into V2. this is equals to A3 is 0 0 1 1, A3 dot V1 means 0 0 plus 1 plus 1, it is 2, and V1 dot V1 already we get in the earlier one, it is 4, that is minus t by 4. Sorry. V3 is this one, A3 is 0 0 1 1, A3 dot V1 is 2 minus 2 by V1 dot V1 is 4 into V1 is 1 1 1 1 minus A3 dot V2. V2 is minus 3 like that. A3 dot V2 is 2 only, and V2 dot V2 minus 3 minus 3, 9 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 12. That's why minus 2 by 12. After simplifying and adding all these vectors, we will get V3 as 1 by 3 is a common. Here it is 1 by 2, here it is 1 by 6. 1 by 3 is a common. It is 1 by 3 into 0 minus 2 1 1. And here also for easy calculations we may omit this 1 by 3. We may take simply V3 as 0 minus 2 1 and 1. Now we have to cross check, is this is perpendicular to V1 and V2 or not. Here it is nothing but this is V1, this is V2, and we are getting newly this is V3, and all these are perpendicular or not, we have to check. We may not consider the constants common. Already these two are perpendicular. This is okay. This is perpendicular to remaining two. Minus 3 minus 2. This is minus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. It will be 0. These two are perpendicular, and clearly for these two also perpendicular. These two also perpendicular. That's why what we are getting, that V3 is the correct one, which is perpendicular to all, and all these three are perpendicular to pairwise perpendicular to each other. Now this is the orthogonal basis for the column space of given matrix A. Now we are at orthogonal basis V1, V2 and V3. Now actually we need to construct the orthogonal matrix, we need orthonormal vectors. That's why we normalize the vectors as orthonormal vectors. That means we convert them into unit vectors. When it will be unit vector, V1 is any vector, then V1 by norm V1 becomes unit vector. That's why E1 is nothing but V1 by norm V1. That is equals to norm V1 is under square root of 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. It is square root of 4. That will be 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2 into 1 1 1 1. This is the first orthonormal vector. And second one, E2 is given by V2 by norm V2. The norm of already here it is, this is V2. Norm of this one is square root of 12. Square root of 12 is nothing but 4 is common outside, that is 2. It is 2 root 3. 2 root 3 minus 3 1 1 1. And coming to E3, V3 by norm V3. V3 by norm V3 equals to, this is V3. Its norm is 0 plus minus 2 square into 2. It is minus 2 square means it is 2 plus 1 plus 1. It is root 6. Therefore, it is equals to 1 by root 6, 0, minus 2, 1 and 1. This is the third orthonormal vector. Now we can construct the orthonormal matrix Q as Q is equals to E1, E2 and E3, which is given by Q is equals to E1, E2, E3. That is, this is first vector E1 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and second vector minus 3 by 2 E2 is minus 3 by root 12, 1 by root 12, 1 by root 12 and 1 by root 12, and third one is 0 minus 2 by root 6 to 1 by root 6 and 1 by root 6. This is the orthogonal matrix. Q is the orthogonal matrix. You can also check that Q transpose Q will become I. That means Q inverse is Q transpose only. This is an orthogonal. Q transpose is a 3 by 4 matrix, Q is a 4 by 4 matrix, therefore Q transpose Q becomes I3. Inverse does not exist here, this is not a square matrix, only Q transpose Q will become I3. If it is A is square matrix, then it is orthogonal matrix. Here only we consider that the columns of Q are orthonormal only, but not Q is the orthogonal. Earlier I told that Q is an orthogonal matrix. It is not correct. Q contains only orthonormal vectors such that Q transpose Q equals to identity matrix and not Q into Q transpose. If A is square matrix, then Q into Q transpose into Q becomes I, and Q is a non-singular matrix, inverse exists, Q inverse is nothing but Q transpose. Here we consider that only Q is a matrix whose columns are orthonormal, which forms a basis for columns of A. Now, okay, is it clear now? It is not an orthogonal matrix, its columns are orthonormal. Only Q transpose Q becomes I3, not Q into Q transpose. Q transpose Q only becomes I3, identity matrix. Okay, now it is clear. This is the matrix Q. QR factorization. This is not orthogonal factorization. It is only QR factorization. The columns of Q are orthonormal vectors, which forms a basis for columns of given matrix A. And R is the upper triangular matrix. That is R is a square matrix here clearly, whose diagonal entries are positive. It is an invertible matrix. Now we can construct R as, we can go through A equals to QR. QR becomes, we can find, already I told you, A equals to QR, then R becomes, you pre-multiply by Q transpose. Q transpose equals to Q transpose A equals to R. We can also construct Q like this. Multiply Q transpose with A, already we have A. Q transpose A will become R also. This method also we can use, or otherwise we can use construct like this. R11 equals to E1 transpose into A1. What is E1 transpose? 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, row wise, and A1 is 1, 1, 1. How many 1 by 2s? 4 1 by 2s. That's why it is 2. R11 is 2. And R22 into A2 transpose. R22 is minus 3 by root 12, 1 by root 12, 1 by root 12, 1 by root 12. And A2 entries are 0, 1, 1. First one is 0 and minus 3 by root 12 into 0. Remaining one is 3, 1 by root 12. 1 into 1 by root 12, 1 into 1 by root 12, 1 into 1 by root 12. That's why it is 3 by root 12. Or you can write it as root 3 by 2 also. Or otherwise 3 by root 12. And R33, E3 is nothing but first element is 0, minus 2 by root 6, 1 by root 6, 1 by root 6. A3 is nothing but 0. First two entries are zeros. 0, 0, 1, 1. That's why minus 2 by root 2 into 0. It will be 0 and 2 by root 6. It is 2 by root 6. And A13 equals to E1 transpose into A3. E1 transpose is, here I am not taking the transpose, only A dot B I can take. U transpose V nothing but U dot V, like that I can take. E1 dot A3, E1 is 1, 1, 1, 1, A3 is 0, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, it will become 1. R13 element in the R13 is 1. And we can construct R23 also. R23 equals to E2 transpose into A3. E2 is 1 by root 12. E2 transpose is, it is to E2 transpose. E2 is root 12. Okay, 1 by it is okay. It is 1 by root 12. 1 by root 12 is nothing but 2 by root 3. 1 by 2 by root 3 into minus 3 1 1 1. A3 is nothing but 0 0 1 1 1. First two entries are zeros, that's why that are zeros. So 2 by root 3, 2 by 2 root 3, it is 2 will be cancelled, it is 1 by root 3 only. Okay na? Next R12. R12 is E1 transpose into A2. E1 is 1 by 2 into 1 1 1 1. E2 is A2 is first entry will be 0. That's why only 3 left. 3 1 by 2. 3 into 1 by 2. This is R12. Like that we construct all non-zero elements in the upper triangular matrix R. Or we can simply take R is equals to Q transpose A transpose. Anyway we can construct these elements. Now R is equals to 2. Upper triangular means these elements will be zeros. These are zeros. And R11 we get it is 2. R12 is 3 by 2. R13 is 1. R22 is 3 by root 2. 3 by root 2 is nothing but it is nothing but 3 by root 2. R23 is 2 by root 2. 2 by root 2 is nothing but root 12 is nothing but 1 by 3. And R33 is 2 by root 6. Now the A can be expressed as Q into R. First matrix is this is Q and this is R. If we multiply both of them, we can get A only. Now we can check it. 1 by 2 into 2 it is 1, minus 3 by 2 0 0 it is 1. First entry in the matrix A is 1. Go for second, it is 3 by 4 minus 9 by 12, it is also 3 by 4. 3 by minus 3 by 4, it will be 0. The second element, that means first row second element will be 0. R1 A12 will be 0, that's why we will get 0. And go for last, 1 by 2 minus 6 by 12, that means it is also 1 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, it will be 0. The third column first element also 0. Like that if we multiplying these two elements, again we will get the matrix A. This is known as QR factorization of a matrix for any order. A is not a square matrix. A is of any order whose columns are linearly independent. If columns are linearly independent, it is not possible. If columns are linearly independent, we can factorize it as a Q into R, where Q is the columns of Q are orthonormal vectors. They are form an orthonormal basis for column A, and R is an upper triangular matrix whose diagonal entries are all positive. Like that, this technique used to solve some equations, some little system of equations, and to evaluate the eigenvectors of some matrices. If A is square matrix, then Q also square matrix. It is an orthogonal matrix. Q transpose Q, Q into Q transpose will become I. Otherwise, we understand that the elements rows of Q are orthonormal. Rows of Q forms an orthonormal basis for column space of A. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.